Wednesday. Tonight is project recipe, and I need to make sure that you can hear me. I think we're good. Now I think we're good. Apparently, I'll get to that in a second. Hopefully you can hear me. If you're watching live with me tonight, this is my due for the upcoming weekend. Yes, this is my disco due. And that is because this weekend in Mount Dora, I will be celebrating with over 40 of our Scrappy friends my 70th retreat of the Memory Maniacs. And we are about to have an incredible time. And it looks like I am live, hopefully. Okay, so tonight we have project recipe, and if you have already signed up for it, then you received a link to the PDF, so that you should be good to go. You can print it out, you can do it along with me, or if you're watching the replay, thank you so much for hanging out and watching the replay. And we're gonna have some fun tonight. I've got my Feeling Scrappy shirt on, and I'm ready to disco through this page. It's the Springtime Soiree project recipe, and we will not wait any longer. Let's see, I finally figured out how to do, thank you, Denise. Denise says she loves my hair. And there will be an in the feed drawing tonight, so all you have to do to enter is to like and comment. And let's see. Many thanks if you subscribe to me on YouTube. Unfortunately, I am just able to go live on Facebook right now, but as soon as I get off Facebook, I will post this video to YouTube. So I appreciate if you are watching at a later date on YouTube, and if you have subscribed, go ahead and leave me a comment if you're watching later on YouTube, and I would love to interact with all of you that are watching on YouTube. Let's see, tonight is the last chance for you to order the National Scrapbook Day shirt. This is a shirt that I designed for my event. I meant to take it down, but I didn't, and so somebody ordered one just the other day. So I thought, okay, if anyone else wants one, I'm going to do one more run of these shirts. So even though it says March 21st, 22nd, many of you have National Scrapbook Days that you're attending after that event. Obviously, that day has passed. But it's a really cute shirt, and on the front it says, "Now is a great time to get scrappy," and on the back it says, "National Scrapbook Day 2025, ready for great times." So still able to order that. So tonight is the deadline to order. I will be ordering the shirts and everything tomorrow for that, and then I will take it off the site. So if you want one of these shirts, you can pick it up for me next week for $25, or I'll ship it to you for $30. All right, so ignore the dates on that. Tonight is the last night, and they're super soft, comfy shirts. They aren't V-neck, they're crew neck, and but everyone that was wearing them at National Scrapbook Day really liked them. So last chance. Hopefully you'll join me at the Diamonds, Denim, and Dice event. April is Donate Life Month, and we collect gift cards at Christmas time for the Simons Angels Foundation. It's a local foundation near and dear to my heart, as the Cannonballs for Cane Foundation is. And so I will be helping out with this event, which is next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after. And I would love for you to join me there. Tickets are on sale right now at simonsangels.org. And you'll see Scrappy friends in the room. And thank you to Tracy and Stacy, who donated a beautiful diamond and rose gold necklace worth valued at $500 to this event. They're always so generous, and of course they gladly donated for this event as well. So you can come bid on that in the silent auction. Go Gray in May. That posted. This is our annual Go Gray in May event to benefit the Cannonballs for Keene Foundation. The money, when you register, you go on to cannonballs.org. There's a link on my website. You can go to DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. Click ahead to May. You'll see the event. It is 30% full already. So I just put that up there last week. It's only been up for a week. It's 30% full. And so go ahead and sign up for that. Let's see. Yeah, we're just over a month away from that. So we're going to fill up the room and raise a bunch of money. Oh, this is my water bottle. I was like, what is in my screen? So yeah, do not delay doing that. Well, you can wait till after Project Recipe, but then go do that. Techie Tuesdays in a couple weeks. Next week we'll have tool time, but I was hoping, I'm gonna have to get creative about what we're gonna do for tools, because I thought new tools were gonna launch yesterday, but they didn't. So okay, so I'm gonna review some fun tools that maybe slipped by while you weren't paying attention next week, and then on the 15th we'll do Techie Tuesday. And then we've got, this is in the wrong order, but April 10th, next Thursday, we have our scrapbook club. We are going to meet for dinner at McKenna's in Port Orange at 5. So if anyone is driving into town, I know some of you come from a longer way, maybe you're able to leave a little early and kind of, be in town a little longer. So meet us at McKenna's at 5 if you want to eat dinner with us before we head on over to the clubhouse in Port Orange, and we'll head on over there after we eat, so about 6:15 for a 6:30 start, and we are done usually in about an hour. So it is not a long evening. We get those 2 pages done, have a little fun, have a little dessert, and then we're on our way. So you can register at DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com for that as well. Let's see, then we've got a virtual crop coming up, and then we are registering now for Lakeland, June 5th to the 8th. One of my faves. They're all my faves because I don't return to places that I don't love. And at this point, we've got them dialed in. Helen, we are going back because that was so much fun. So that will be July. That's a Wednesday through a Sunday. The Sunday goes all the way to Sunday night, so you can drive home. You can drive home Monday or you can drive home Sunday. And just as a reminder, make a comment and like, and so you will be entered to win some CM credits, $10 off your next order. Audrey was the big winner last week. So that was fun. All right, so I guess that's it for announcements. Now it's time for us to do our project recipe. To go along, let me back up. For those of you that hopped on late, I've got my 70th retreat, celebrating the 70th retreat of the Memory Maniacs this weekend. So this is my new hairdo for the retreat. I'm going disco diva mode here. Thank you, Lori. And I've worn these glasses before, but I think they look great with the hair. Brendan really likes the hair. I don't think I couldn't pull it off in real life, but anyway. So sometimes I forget to put on my rings. Today, I've got all the rings on for tonight. So it's a vibe. I know we're having fun because if we that's right. I hope everyone that's coming to the retreat is embracing the theme. We're going to have so much fun. Oh, let me get my phone out of the way. As usual, a mess. Oh my goodness. I don't have my trimmer. Y'all, I've been sitting here since 6:40, just like taking silly pictures of my hair, and I don't have my trimmer next to me. What on earth? All right, I'm back. She's like, where'd she go? I had to go get my trimmer. I'm like, half stayed pack from National Scrapbook Day, which was, like a week ago, and then now we have the retreat in Mount Dora. So all I basically need for a project recipe is border maker and trimmer, and yet I somehow sat here and picked my paper and forgot a trimmer. All right, I'm keeping the hair on. I wish it was colder. It's nice and warm and cozy, my hair. All right, so here's our project recipe. It's the Spring Soiree. Notice that there are no Spring Soiree papers here. That's because, if you haven't watched this before, I like to show people how you can use other papers with your project recipes, collect these, and in case you missed it, Creative Memories launched on Monday. They actually launched a binder that you can put these in. So if you're someone that prints them out and you already don't have a binder, you might want to invest in a binder to put them in. So let's get down to it. I picked these. This was from like that in the Faith paper pack, but it's got gray and there's some triangles, so that's gonna be my background. It's real subtle. I was looking for like a more like a tanner color, but I think our beach pictures are gonna look nice on these. But these are our backgrounds. We're not gonna cut these up, so we are going to cut up these sheets. And oh, I forgot the white, but that's all right. I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna do white for this, which is essentially all mattes. See how where the green is on here? So we're just gonna matte with that. So I'm gonna do white, and this is just to add a little pop of color. I'm gonna use 2 little border maker cartridges. All right. So the first thing we're gonna do is pick our number 1 sheet. And I am going to, it says designer paper. I'm actually going to use navy cardstock. And what you want to do is see, the design is to use the watering cans border maker cartridge. But what we're going to do is you just need to pick a border maker cartridge that stays attached. And since I am doing pictures from Volano Beach Retreat, and it's at the beach and we're outside for a lot of them, I'm going to use this fun border maker cartridge, and it stays attached. How do I know? Because it has a hard stop here on the end, on the bottom. That means it stays attached to the paper. There we go. Okay, so that means it stays attached to the paper. So what our instructions tell us to do is to punch and then cut. And I'm like, well, where am I punching? Like, I can look at the picture and see that I'm going to be punching along the top. So I'm just going to punch on one side, and then the directions, if you're someone that reads, will say here, using the water cans BMC, but we're actually using this one. You're going to punch the designer paper where I'm using cardstock, and then you're going to use the 12-inch trimmer to trim off an inch off the opposite edge of the paper, and then cut the sheet in half to make 2 sheets of paper, All right, this is going to be the other sheet. Now, what I like to do before I pick papers for my project recipe is, before I pick the papers, I like to see if we're going to use the back side of any of them, and we are not. So that's good. However, see how this gets folded? So you kind of do see the back side of that. It's not going to really matter on here. It's going to go. So we are going to use the back side on that one. All right, so first things first, punch then cut. So I'm going to punch. I need to put my border maker cartridge inside. I need to load up my paper. So normally in Mount Dora we dress in white on Saturday nights, but not this year because we've got Scrapbook Inferno in Mount Dora, and it's going to be a great time. Good evening, Carrie. I think some people are, Laura, going to the convention, but many of the ladies have opted. There's going to be 43 at the retreat. So I know some people, that is their what they normally do. And I think I see Denise on here. I think Denise, are you going over to Orlando? So I know that a lot of people are, Laura, you might see some friendly faces over there. But if you are, yeah, let Laura know. Maybe you guys can meet up. So just like the instruction said, I did one edge. Now I'm going to trim off 1 inch off the opposite edge, and then I'm going to cut at 6 inches. All right, so yep, so that's, I now need to flip out my little ruler. I'm going to turn this around so I have a nice hard edge and can see where that measurement is. Okay, got it. Then that's it for that paper. Easy, right? So then the next paper, just as easy. I'm going to cut it down the middle here so I have this gradient. So I'm going to trim a 1/2 inch off the bottom. All right, 1/2 inch there. And then I am going to cut it at 6 inches again. I mean, this is a really easy project recipe. This is one of those project recipes that I can tell that I will use again. I mean, how easy is that? Basically, we're talking border maker, slice off 1 inch, cut it in half, 1/2 inch, cut it in half, and then we're going to do some mats. Now, I sat down, and I'm not going to get up again without white paper. But we've talked about this before. Oh, am I super quiet? I was supposed to check to see what mic is being used here. Oh, goody. All right. Whew, you can hear me. All right. So this blue gradient, I'm sorry, is sold out. There are 2 gradient packs left. One is the orange gradient and the yellow gradient. So if you are someone that needs a lot of orange paper at Debbie Keith, you might want the orange. But as a reminder, this insert is the same like our regular printed paper. So you can use this with confidence and in your albums. So instead of, purchasing white cardstock, though you can, especially like for mats, if like, why not? So I have just cut 3 4-inch. Oh, I must have held this in my mouth because I see there's lipstick on it. So I'm going to use that for the 4x4s. So I got 2 4x4s on here. All right, that's garbage with my lipstick. And then 2 4x6s, and then we're done with the cutting portion of this evening, except for photos. So 4x6 and 4x6. All right. Now we can lay it out. Oh, but I have a surprise appearance I have a lot of white, so then my camera gets really dark. I decided to grab the sea stars, and we are going to use that. Now I found this little piece of red, and it might not be big enough. Ooh, it's just big enough. I thought I was going to show the post-it note trick again, but it's just long enough. So we are good to go. I decided that I wanted to have a little pop of color because the pictures, because we like to dress like pirates in Volano Beach. Ooh, I should say, confirmation today. First of all, I love the punch poop in that. See all the little stars? But confirmation today, we will be returning to Volano for Halloween. We had so much fun last year. It's not a huge hotel, it's a Hampton Inn, but it's not like a particularly huge one. And we've had so many retreats there. They just know us. And so we went trick-or-treating at each other's rooms, and we had such a blast. Okay, so stay tuned for details on that. Let's lay out this page. All right, here's my background. Let's find some tape. Remember, I had tape issues last time. Okay. Let's lay out the pages, then we'll add the paper. All right, so here we go. I'm going light to dark on here. Whoops. And then we've got our ocean. So let me just get off that little, there we go. I think maybe I like the ocean going that way. I mean, how easy, right, is this page? Love it. Love an easy page. Oh, wait. That goes right to the edge. I was looking at the picture up above and kind of got lost in the design of it all. This goes right up to the edge. I like that look, where it goes right up to the edge, personally, because I like that it's that full sheet of paper that kind of carries across. All right, now let's see, we've got mats. So we've got a mat about here, a mat about here, and we've got a mat here. Let's stick those babies down. All right, love it. And this is what I'm gonna do with these little sea stars. Isn't that cute? So let me grab a pair of scissors. I have around here somewhere, and I'm gonna kind of go, maybe not exactly in half, but I'm going to cut these apart here and kind of round it off this little leg here. Oh, it's like a little stump. Wait, let me help you. He has one little nub. He will regenerate. It looks like he's in the process of regenerating the little arm. Buddy. Okay. All right, so that's the first page. We're going to come back and we're going to add our pictures in a second. Let's do the second page. Let's make sure that I got this print going the right way. I'm going to put the left page right up to it. so that I can line up this piece so that lines up nice. And there we go. Where's my other blue? Do you love it? I do. So should I have the waves coming at each other, crashing? I think so. Right? Coming, or should they go off the page? I kind of like it like that. And this is just kind of a, let's see, are we a mirror image? Not, let's see, where's my, this one, we've got a mat here, a mat here, yeah, and a mat here. So we're just kind of the opposite. And I can decide. Let's see, I'm about this far out on the other page, so let's keep consistent with that. And we are ready to add some pictures. What did I do? You know, I forgot I was going to go off script with the custom cutting system. Think. Where is that? All right, so I need to add starfish. Now, in the project recipe, they add a flower sticker strip there and here. But I kind of push these up so that they match the same height. So I'm going to add my other half of my sea stars at the bottom, if I can find them. They're somewhere here. There they are. All right, so this is going to come like this. And so I'm just going to use my repositionable tape and not worry about it. And okay. So what I did was, because we have like indoor and outdoor pics, right? And I like to group them on the page. So we've got some outdoor beach pics, and I've got a group shot, and then I've got a picture that I can square, and a picture I can square, and then a full length picture. And then over here, I've got, and then I also, you know why? Okay, so this is what I wanted the custom cutting system, because we're going to put a square here and a square here. No. Where's our square going? Yeah. And our square here, but there's room like over here or up here in this corner for a circle. And so either Rosie and Sue B, or Debbie and Linda, or actually any of these would be good. I think Linda and Debbie fill up the picture the best. So then I can square one and circle one. And then so that's how, if you watch before, you see how I like to do that, where I kind of work in using my circle and oval. So then this is our pirate page. So here we are out to dinner, and here we are. We did the little pirate ship cruise, and then I can circle that one. All right, so time to cut these now. Just want to look and see what my measurements are. So the photo is 4x4. Let me get my photo trimmer here. So 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So I just need to take off a 1/4 inch. And I like the blue sky. So there's that one. Looks like I need to take off a little bit more off the bottom. I don't know why. It's my cutting off here. It's cutting off somewhere. It's not even. Okay, that's better. And then we're going to go 4x4 with these ladies. So again, I like to look at where the 4 is going to cut right here. So I just kind of move my picture down. Now there are some handy dandy guides that you can get from CM and other places. So if you, oh wait, that one is 3 3/4 or 3 3/4. Okay, that's good. We can get rid of this guy in the chair. And all right, and then this one, same thing. We can do some off the bottom, and then we just need a little off the side. And then one of these we're going to keep 4 by 4, and then one we're going to be a circle. I think we'll go 4 by 4. So there's the 4. So that's going to go there. Looks like I maybe need to move down this piece. This, good thing I'm using my repositionable tape. Let's make sure we get all right, let me line these up here. That's better. Oh, thank you, Maria. Maria said pretty. Appreciate that. And just like that. This is very dangerous. Do not do that. We have had some blood drawn with this. This is very, very sharp. Okay. So maybe I won't have room there, but I'm gonna try to make that work. A circle over there. How cute does that look? And still room for me to add a little journal box there. Okay, and then these ones, basically the same thing. We are going to do. I'm gonna see if I can get 4 by 4 on this one because it goes right to the edge. All right, we can cut off the bottom. And then we can come up here. All right, perfect. That's our 4 by 4. And that one, oh, I got to move that one up. This one is 4 3/4 by 5 3/4. And this one, I was going to put that one up there. I cannot take off any more off the edges though. But you know what I can do? I know it doesn't exactly match the other side, but I can put the 2 over here. And that way this one can be in 3 3/4. When you get to this point, right, you got to just go, you got to go with what works. Okay. So now that's when we went on the ship. And now I need to trim a little bit off of this. Get this pieces out of here. And all right. Let's close that up. Lest we injure ourselves. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to adjust these. I'm going to move that up a little bit and make room down here. And now I can add these. Add our ship. You know what would be so cute on this is the new little collection that came out in January that has some pirate things. I'm gonna have to get that. They were so cute. It was like make-believe and indoor play, outdoor play. There were like six different kits that were so adorable. Okay, so that's it. But I want to add 2 circles. So because I can definitely circle me and Debbie over here, and I can circle Murph and Lori and over here. So wait, talk amongst yourselves real quick while I grab the circles and ovals. I'm coming. I got them. I had to go to the other side of the workshop. Okay. These are so cute, these pages. See, I love this project recipe. It's so versatile, this one. I mean, they all are. They're all so great. Okay, we're almost done. And we're making great time. All right. So I think I'm going to go with that one. Let's see. Can I get them? Yep. I'm going to go with the red. Now the red cuts closest to the template. And the blue cuts farthest, and the green is in between. So let's see. This one is going to cut close to the template. It's going to give me the largest circle on the inside track. And it'll give me the smallest circle on the outside track. Now, for some of you, that's too much like math. And I'm going to go with the green. So I'm going to go a little smaller so they're not exactly the same size circles. So I'm going to make sure that we're not going to cut off our head. All right. Let's put these blades away real quick. And all right, let's add these to our pages. So we got our pirate night. See how easy it is to add just one more picture. So instead of it just being, 8 pictures on the 2-page spread, now I can fit 10. And I'm going to cover up the exit sign with that. Well, I covered up that one. That one's still in there. And then I can do the same thing over here. Now I can add over here, or I can add even up here. I think I'm going to go down here. And sometimes I like to have it go off the page and kind of square up that edge, but I don't really need to do that. I can sit it right there. And let's see, I'm pretty sure I have some white scrap over here from Tool Time. Oh, hold please. I swear I do. I wanted to just do a quick little journal box. Okay, well, anyway, I'll come back to it. So there is the layout. So I've got room still. I can add details of the retreat, Volano Beach, little journal box with what we did, another little journal box. I'm a fan of adding little strip journal boxes, and Creative Memories sells them, where I like to do little journal boxes like this, just like a little strip. And I'll, like in this area, I'll add 2, in this one maybe 3, And so plenty of room to say what I want to say. And that is the Springtime Soiree project recipe. And I will say Volano Beach is the smallest conference room of any of the venues that I use. So it does fill up fast. So that's where it's nice for those of you that, oh, and if you didn't weren't on in the beginning, surprise. Oh wait, hold on. I have the wrong glasses on. Let's get this right. Okay. If you weren't on at the beginning, then this is a complete shock to you, because this isn't what you were expecting. But if you were on the beginning, then you knew what you were expecting. So what I was going to say was, if you've attended 5 of my retreats, then you're on an email list to get early notification when my events go live, so that you can sign up right away. And that becomes key in places like Volano, the retreat we just scrapbooked tonight, because that one fills up really fast. And okay, so it's time to draw our winner. Katie, so glad you were able to join us tonight, and thanks everyone for the sweet things that you said about this page. If you haven't tried a project recipe, I hope you will. You can go to DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. You have until 8:30 tonight to RSVP for the event, even though we're about to be done, and then you'll get the PDF emailed to you so that you can download it and save it and print it at a later time. Thank you. Yeah, I'm getting ready for this weekend, the 70th retreat, Scrapbook Inferno, Scrapbook A Go-Go. We're gonna, so the vibe is, I'm, you know, I should just wear this hair for the rest of the week. I dig it. We're going to have so much fun. All right, let's do our drawing, and why don't we? And let's go ahead and put our giveaway on here, and we're going to go do that. Okay, so we need to get our comments here. Oh, we need to select our, oh, we need to refresh. Alrighty here. All right. And let's see. Okay, now we are good to go. And we can hit start, and hopefully our winner is with us. Barb Sands, are you still on? Comment if you are. I don't have my regular glasses on, so here's me leaning in. I can't see. Barb, go ahead and comment if you are still with us. I know there's a little bit of a delay. We're going to wait and see if Barb is still on. She's been on since the beginning, and yay! Congratulations, Barb. You're the winner tonight. And so you can let me know if there's something that you'd like, or I can send you some CM credits, and you are welcome to place an order on the Creative Memories website. So, all right. That's fun. We love to give things away. All right, well, thanks everyone for joining me tonight. This was fun. I am off to finish the shirts for this weekend. I'm about halfway done, so I'm going to be out in my sweatshop. Not my sweatshirt shop. Well, I guess it is a sweatshirt shop, but you're not getting sweatshirts. It's going to be 90 in Mount Dora. It's going to be summer, but don't worry. Next week, I guess it's going to be winter again. The joys. All right, well, thanks again, and I'm looking forward to seeing many of you over the weekend. And if I'm not going to see you this weekend, and you are going to be in Orlando, have fun, safe travels to Orlando. And don't forget to sign up for Go Gray in May. It's already 30% full, and you do that. You can get there through my website, DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com, or you can go direct to cannonballs.org. Alrighty, we'll see you guys soon. Have a great night, Until I see you, stay scrappy, my friends.